Welcome back, survivors. Disturbed Z here, and we are back in Timberborn. Alright, guys, so what do we got going today? Let's see. First off, let's add a little bit of water in here. We'll kind of fill this up just ever so slightly here. That way our spatter dock can continue to thrive. I really wish that they would build in like an automatic float system for the floodgates, so that I could say, you know, when the water level reaches here, open. When the water level reaches here, shut. You know, that way I could always keep it between, you know, half and 3/4 full, or a quarter and 3/4 full. You know, something like that. I think that'd be an excellent little feature to add into the game. It'd cut back on a little bit of the micromanaging. I think it would give, you know, it would do that. It would add some points to unlocking different things and, you know, doing stuff. Speaking of different things, doing stuff, unlocked points, all that kind of good stuff, I just saw the next news for the update. I guess that's what you would call it. The developer's log number 5, titled Golems. Yes, they are going to put golems in the game. And now the golems are not going to be an individual race. No, they are going to be constructs made by the beavers to basically become workers. The beavers are going to go into a more utopian role, and they're going to have robot slaves. The slaves are going to do stuff. Now, I don't know if there's ever going to be an uprising, but, you know, they are considering, well, they are doing this, as far as the golems go. Now, let me see, before we get too deep into that, what projects do I have going right now? We need to build some pumps and stuff. We need to get some other stuff going. What I need to do is I probably need to go from here straight across with the bridge. And I think, let's see, that one does go all the way to the ground. So I'm thinking that we will replace one of these guys over here. Probably get it all the way out to here to make it an effective bridge. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Let me see. I am going to have to build a staircase or not a staircase, but a platform over here to catch it. And then we're going to need at least a platform there. And I could do... well, we probably don't need to have that one. Alright, let's see what we can get done then. Let's rotate that guy like so, and then we will do one of these little itty bitty ones right there. And then that will connect us straight from over here, straight back. So that should give us enough stuff, because we're going to have to build a staircase coming down at some point. So to lessen the what's the word I'm looking for? The travel distance, we're just going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to do that. Oh, also, I was told that I should build the large row houses, that these will actually give me more room for the people. So let me see here. Hold on. Let me just take a look at what we got. So a large row house holds 8 people, and it is what? It is a 2. It's a 1x2. Whereas the large barrack is a 3x3, and that holds 16. Yeah, that's so. I could hold a lot more at that. Yes, so the large row house is actually more efficient there. I like that. I do. I really do like that. So it's a little bit taller, but that's okay, because I can literally just be like boom, 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 and just put a bunch of row houses in. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Let's come back over here. Let's see. We do have some homeless, don't we? Yeah, so it would be a benefit to us to put some in there. And, I think doing 2, 3. You know what? With as cheap as they are, they're only 35 logs. We're going to go ahead and do this because we don't got any more projects at the moment coming in. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's run that down. That's more than enough housing for those beavers over here. Let me get over here and let me see. We can put in a large row house right over here as well. That would help out some beaver. Technically, I could put a row house in right there if I really wanted to. Which, maybe we should. Or I could build up the platform right here. And we could put another row house in over here. Oh, that's one too high. Hold on. Too high. I was thinking that was level with the thing. No, that's one too much. Okay, so let's drop that down. Yeah, that's better. Much, much, much better. Let's drop that down. Let's throw in a row house over here. And then let's see if we can't get a couple row houses over here. Because I bet you I need a few as well over here. Yeah, we do need a few over here. Okay, so where can I put a row house over here that would effectively help out our population and stuff? It might not hurt to build them right here. Let's do that. Let's build them right here. We'll go ahead and raise that up ever so slightly, and then we'll just put 3 of the row houses up here. That should give us enough to... That should give us enough projects for a little bit to get some of our stuff done here. Hang on one sec, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. But anyway, so that's going to give us some projects for them to work on and build and all that kind of good stuff. So, back to the update. You know what? While this is running, let me throw it down here into the little viewer mode, and we'll kind of just cruise around and we'll just take a look at stuff as it's being built. But anyway, so we're going to have different types of golems for the different beavers. So the folktales are going to get a beaver, or get a golem called a barrel bot. And they are going to be fueled. They are going to need a biofuel. So we're going to make biofuel out of extra crops. So, yeah, so your extra corn, your extra spatterdock, your extra wheat, anything you have extra should be able to turn into a biofuel. Now, the downside of the barrel bots, from what is listed, is that they will start to rot. And as they start to rot, they will, they'll explode. And, no. They don't explode. They leak toxic waste. That's what it is. They start leaking toxic waste, which is bad for the beavers. It'll make the beavers sick. That's another thing that they're going to end up doing, is they're going to put short-term status effects on the beavers. So, the beavers are going to get sick. There's talk about the lumberjack beavers are going to chip their teeth, and they're going to have to, go to like a little workstation and sharpen their teeth, like a teeth sharpening station, to sharpen their teeth to be able to work again. And, stuff like that, which I've got mixed feelings about that. One, it's great because that gives a more depth to the game. But at the same time, it also is bad because it allows, I don't know, to me, it's more of a I can't think of the word or term I'm trying to apply here, but it takes away from there being like a bad guy. Like the only bad guy is the beavers themselves. There's no real threat outside of what the beavers do. The beavers create a bot to do work for them, and it leaks toxic waste, which makes the beavers sick. So the beavers end up being their own worst enemy. The beavers chip their teeth. They can't cut down trees anymore because that was their job. Once again, beavers are their own worst enemy. And I'm like, I'd rather have an outside threat of some sort than, the beavers just being their own enemy. I mean, I don't know a better way to put it than just saying it like that, but, I'd still think that there should be something in the game, something in the environment, something that, some sort of predator, some sort of threat other than the drought. So, but anyway, so we've got that. Then the Iron Teeth Beaver are going to have a golem called a Coghead. And this one is not going to run off of biofuel, but it's going to have a controlled tower. What's the word I'm looking for here? Range limiter, I guess. You're going to have to place control towers everywhere you want these Coghead golems to operate in. And they'll go and they'll do their stuff, and as they wear out, I don't know if you can repair them, but as they wear out, they explode. So I'm not sure if they're going to have some sort of like maintenance shed or something like that. Let me see here. You should avoid exposing its metal body to water, I guess, because the water will tear it up. Properly maintained cogheads work indefinitely, but neglected, they may break down and explode violently. So, once again, if they explode, like, say we had a coghead explode right here, does it destroy these buildings instantly, or do the buildings take damage and then have to be repaired? Like, how is that going to work? Because it doesn't actually say in the notes if it's going to completely nuke a building, or if it's just going to damage it. If it does damage it, how do the beavers repair it? Are the beavers going to repair it automatically? Do you have to force repair stuff? There's a lot of questions here, at least for me, that I don't have answers to. And I'm a little curious as to what they're going to do with some of this stuff. So, let me see. What else do we got on there? I'm reading through the notes right now as we're playing here, guys, just in case you're wondering. Of course, there's going to be new buildings for each of the golems. You're going to have to build your parts. There's going to be like a head, a chassis, some limbs, and you're going to have to build those. And then, like, for the iron teeth beavers, the cogheads, they're going to need the control towers, whereas the folktails will have biofuel refineries and I think storage tanks. Which, that's kind of cool. I like the concept of it. But like I said, I don't think I don't necessarily agree with the lack of threat, I still think they should have some sort of predator or some more type of weather events, or something more than what we got right now, because I mean, you have no threat if you decide not to build them. Oh, that is another thing. I think it's only for the cogheads. I'm not 100% sure if I misread this or not, but one of them is going to constantly use up as SP, the science points. And I believe that's going to be the cog heads with their little towers. So you can't just build up a bunch of points and then say, haha, we're done. We can delete all of our research facilities, because there's going to be a need for that science. Which, I'm okay with that, because how many times have we built something and then there not be a need for any more points? I mean, like right now we've got 12,000 points, but I can come in here to the monuments and I could purchase that for 12,000 and then we're out of points. So, I see where it's coming from. Gives a little extra, gives another reason to build those bigger observatories and everything else so that you can continue to generate points and get your stuff going. So I do see that. Let's see, what else do they got? Like I said earlier, they're going to redo some of the needs for the beavers, and they said because it is post-apocalyptic, most of the status effects are going to be negative that they're going to add to the game. So, once again, the beavers are going to have issues with themselves, I guess. Alright, so we've got most of our homeless situated. Where is the only homeless at? Let me see here. Where are we at? Not over here. So it's in District 1. Seriously? No, then where is that homeless at? I'm confused. One homeless beaver. 0 homeless beavers. 0 homeless beavers. 0 homeless beavers. I think somebody might want to check their algorithm a little bit, because apparently we've got beavers that aren't being housed somewhere. I don't know. I'm very, very confused here. So we got 64 free beds and 1 homeless. 27 free beds there. 37 free beds there. 0 free beds there. You know what? I bet you that's where the homeless is right over here. I almost guarantee that's probably where the homeless is at. Okay, so let me do this. Let me add in 1 more. Oh, and I'm so glad that that the row housing was pointed out to me. That's so nice to have that many beavers in such a small area. Yeah, it does make it a lot more taller vertically, but you know what? I'm not even worried about that. Not even worried about it. I think they're doing pretty good. So this gives us a chance. How are we doing on food over here before we get too far? We're at 300 something. Excellent. So we're still kind of low on potatoes. It does seem like we're lowering our number of potatoes that we got, but hopefully here pretty soon we'll get a surplus and we'll be able to stockpile a little bit more. 979. So I need to build another storage over here somewhere, I think. Do we have... No, we don't have any finished spatter dock laying around. But it probably wouldn't hurt to have another storage somewhere. Oh no, we already have one. We built it over here. That's right. Okay, never mind. We still have like 500 free storage. I forgot all about building that. Alright. Well, guys, let me know your thoughts on the golems. Let me know your thoughts on how they're making the beavers their own worst enemy. Do you like that? Do you feel like that's a good way to take the game? And I encourage everyone to speak up and voice your opinion, and especially, let the devs know. If you like the way they're going with it, if you don't like the way they're going with it, let them know. Let them know in the forums. Join their Discord. Post comments here on the videos, because I'm sure the devs come in on the different YouTubers and read comments and stuff. So, post it anywhere and everywhere so that you can let your voice be heard. Because like I said, me personally, I don't care for it. I like that the game is advancing. I like that they are adding stuff to it, but I'd much rather see something. Like I said, I'd love to see some gators in the game. I really would. Make a threat, make a nest of gators somewhere that you have to remove. Use the golems to go after the gator nest so that you don't harm any beavers. Make it to where the golems can build something to remove a gator nest, and then your beavers are free to build stuff. I don't know, just a thought, something like that. That's my opinion. That's what I would do. But then again, I always like the outside forces that you can't really control better than one's internal struggle within themselves. Alright. So we've got in that new housing, so now everything is good. Now we have free beds. Is that what's... Yeah, we've got 6 free beds. Okay. So we should be good at this point. All of the beavers should be housed. So all the beavers should have a better life expectancy at this point. We've got food coming in. I still could use a little bit more food. 3 days until the drought. Good. 3 days until the drought, and then maybe we can get this deal going. You know what we could do? And that is, if we ever let our wood supply rebuild, is I could put in a pump with a generator to help pump this down. Or, I wonder, that would be very expensive to build, but I was going to say, if I built water wheels inside this channel, and then I built a pump and connected it to the pump and put like the water to dump back here, and then the water would flow out this way. Technically, it should flow. Could it power itself? Is that a thing? Like, could I pull enough water out to power itself? Or would we have to have, beavers on power wheels or a generator in order to power that? I am kind of curious. But at the same time, though, once this is drained, we won't have to really worry about that. And I kind of think that's going to be a waste of time. Because once we hit this drought, we'll lose like a block or so of water, and we'll be that much lower. In fact, how deep are we right now? So right now we are 2 blocks of water deep over here. Technically, if I were to build a wall right here, I could build another aqua farm if I wanted to build an aqua farm. Or we could just let it drain, and then I could put in like a wheat farm or something. Granted, this over here is going to be a lot longer draining than the rest of this, but, one step at a time, and we'll get there. So, slowly but surely. So, anyway, I think I'm going to pause it here, guys. I'm going to let it run until the end of the, until the end of the wet season, and we're going to see how long our next drought is. So give me just a second, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we've got an 18-day drought. Yes, that is going to be more than enough to get at least a block down. That'll get us probably a little bit more than a block. And as long as we're pumping out from here. That should be good. Like I said, we've got 2 pumps here pumping. We've got 2 pumps there pumping. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should add in another pump over here just to, just to keep everything going smoothly. Okay, so we're not going to be able to add a pump right there, but we can add a pump over here in front of this. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and add us a little pump. There we go. Add in one more just so that it can just keep pumping and pumping. No big deal here. In fact, what we might do is I might even add in another water container, another catch, storage barrel, just so that we can have extra water storage. So let me see here. Let's do... Let's do this, and let's do another storage barrel. How do I want to face it? Yeah, we can face it like that. That'd probably be fine. We'll go ahead and face that right there, and then I think we're going to put in a... Let's put in a shrine over here, shall we? Yeah, let's put in a shrine right there just so that they have a shrine. The beavers need shrines to work with. They need things. Let's see. Oh, yes. That's another thing I just remembered. There was a comment about how many planks that I have produced. And yes, I do agree that I think I have just a few too many planks. So I'm going to pause one of our plank productions. I'm not going to pause them both because we are building gears. And at a certain point, we will need the gears for the mine. And, yeah, so we're going to leave that there. That way it's producing. That way we have a decent amount. I might add in another storage, though, because I don't think we have a whole lot of storage options. In fact, I'm trying to remember where all... I don't even remember where all of our storage buildings are over here. We might want to add one of those in. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do as well. We're going to go ahead and add in one more storage building. I guess we'll add it in like right here. And that should be it right there. And then storage, and then we'll add in the large warehouse right there. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So we've got a lot of stuff coming along right now, guys. So we've got all of our beavers are housed. We're adding in new storage. We're adding in new pumps. We're pumping down this water level. We've got a nice long drought ahead of us. So that should help get rid of a bunch of stuff as well. So between the pumps, the evaporation, and all that, I think by the end of this drought, we should see at least this level of land should start appearing, and we'll be able to start reclaiming land here pretty quick. That's how I see it. That's my thoughts on it right now. Is we should start regaining all this. Oh, and I've had a lot of different suggestions for down here at the new mine site whenever we finally get it going. I've had everything from make it a country paradise with lots of campfires and stuff, to if we could change like work hours and like food distribution to call it the pit and make it just like, a slave pit almost, to where the beavers that work down there aren't very happy. So I've had so many different suggestions and ideas, and y'all come up with some crazy stuff. I'll tell you that much right there. I love it though. I do love it. Y'all keep that stuff coming because I do enjoy all of the ideas and stuff. And remember, guys, if you do leave me a comment and I don't do exactly what you were saying, don't worry about it. You know, I might save it for a future build, but, you know, I do try to listen to all of the comments because y'all have some great ideas out there. Like, literally, there are so many ideas. I'm just like, you know, why didn't I think of that? And I'm like, yes, that makes perfect sense. We should do that. So, yes, keep the comments coming, please. We've got so much stuff. Alright, so I do know we're going to have to get a scavenger flag. I'm going to have to get the smelter. And then at some point we're going to have to get the mine. I'm going to go ahead and just unlock it all. That way it's already unlocked. And we can just kind of just take off with it. I probably ought to get the generator unlocked as well. We'll go ahead and grab that generator. And, you know, and I might do some stuff with the large water wheel. So let's get it out. And let's get that as well. Alright. So, lots of stuff going on here, guys. A lot of stuff. I do like it, though. So, our little beaver colony went from will we live to, you know, thriving and reclaiming and doing stuff. So, I do think we've come a long way here. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I do hope everyone has enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It is an awesome way for you to show your support to me, to the channel, to the video, and to the game itself. And as always, feel free to share the video on any social media you're using. And guys, I'd like to stop, take a moment, and thank each and every one of y'all for all of your wonderful, awesome support, all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers, and all the videos shared. It is awesome, and I do appreciate it. And with that being said, until next time, survivors, keep on surviving.